Can I ask you a
part of the
question, D, then, with this? So taking it back to Arsenal, would you say that the team you've got now is better than the team you would have had under Wenger, like the back end of Wenger years? So let's say post 2010 to 2016, when it went like 2017, the last 6 or 7 years, because that team, he always overachieved. I think everyone would agree that he always managed to overachieve with that team. But do you think that this team is better than that one and should be doing better?
I think the team that was, I would say probably because of the team's still young and players like Saka and Saliba and those type of guys. I think they could potentially become greats. But I feel like you have to remember Wenger had players like Shamak.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know the mad thing is, I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and I forgot how recently Wenger was still at your club. I just presume Wenger, like I almost think
20 years ago or something.
Yeah, I think when Arsenal dropped off, Wenger left, but it wasn't. Wenger stayed for a long time because I always said when the whole Wenger out thing was going on that look, Wenger's never been the issue at your club. It's the board. The only thing you would say is maybe he backed your board too much. That's
what I'm saying. But when we have that conversation, it depends on what board we're talking about. Because when David Dean left, because he wanted Usman,
but this is the whole thing that people never speak on. Yeah, if you deep Arsenal at their best was Wenger and David Dean. Yeah,
of course.
United at their best was Fergie and Cass. Who was it? And Fergie and David Gill, right? And everyone always talks about Fergie leaving, not the fact that Gill also left.
Left, yeah.
Again, Liverpool, when they won the Champions League and the Premier League, it was Pep. Sorry, it was Klopp and Edwards. Yeah. The minute Edwards left, like it seems like the minute certain people go and the manager gets too much power and starts having too much, because that's definitely what happened at Liverpool. Klopp started having too much of a say on the players. And that's where it's interesting with City, because obviously we've got Tiki leaving this summer, right?
Where's he going? He came from Barcelona. Barcelona.
So he came by. So him and Serrano came from Barcelona before Pep with the whole
thing. Yeah. That's why Pep came, innit? That's why Pep came.
Yeah, I think they were pretty much brought in with the whole thing. Yeah, bring these man, get the club ready, and then Pep comes a year or two later. That's why Pellegrini joined us, because it was like someone that they've worked with before, that they could, like, as in that they know well from La Liga, they can work with and whatever and get things ready. That's why when Pellegrini left, it was all fine. It was like Pellegrini knew what it was. He was there for 2 seasons. But it's interesting now with City that now Tick is leaving, what the impact will be. Now we've got a sporting director that he's already started, but we have to make sure that Pep is not given too much power. Like that still everything has to go through that sports director.
I don't think Pep will be there for, I mean, he's got everything he wants. I don't think he'll be there for.
No, I
feel like these managers, I feel like Tottenham, Arsenal, City, I feel like they're changing the game a little bit. Like they're keeping managers a lot longer than they need to. I feel like
I never thought Pep would stay this long.
Pep stayed for he'll be there.
I want to put Tottenham in that conversation. Tottenham don't keep managers. Like Ange might be. He's not even the longest because we.
No, but you lot tried to.
You lot on is like 18 months. Yeah, we're trying to, but like the last 5 years, we've sacked a manager pretty much every. No one's last more than 2 seasons. No one's made it to 2 seasons.
No, but I feel like
how done are you with your owner though?
How what?
How done are you with your owner?
I find it so confusing, when they go mad at the owner, because what is it that you want him to do? Do you want him to just spend more money, or what is it that you actually want him to do?
It's bro, like when it's the owners just sold a lot of stories, similar to I suppose Arsenal, because with Arsenal, I even saw recently ticket prices have gone up and stuff. So it's like and the same thing, I suppose, when you guys moved to the Emirates, ridiculous. We all got sold. You get sold this, especially you guys must feel it more than anything, to be fair, because it's been 20 years since you won the league, and you moved into the Emirates, and they sold the story that the move to the Emirates, the big stadium, more revenue, it's going to change us as a club. We're going to be a lot better, but there hasn't been a change. Now, I suppose Spurs are going through that period of, because you guys, when you moved into Emirates, it took you about 8 or 9 years to actually win a trophy as well. Spurs are going through that period. We've moved into this new stadium, but there hasn't been any change. We're spending a little bit more money, but the money's, I mean, the Premier League revenue's gone up how much drastically more. So with the percentage wise of what we're spending is pretty much the same.
What is it that you want changed? Or when you say, when Tottenham fans said they want Levy out, what is it that they actually want?
We just want a more focus on the football side of things. It's very clear that our club is so busy doing other things outside of football, rather than like on the day of the last day of the transfer window, they tweeted out the stuff of like announcing the Kendrick Lamar and Beyonce concerts. Like the timing of all the PR, like similar to like the PR is so great. Tottenham, I saw the other day, Tottenham got the most followers on TikTok. Why the fuck do we have the most followers on TikTok out of all football clubs? It makes no sense. Like these things are irrelevant.
Yeah, it's
I want to focus on the pitch.
It is highlighting, like, because the whole thing is like, if obviously every team has to have marketing, but City have a lot more followers, fans, subscribers, fucking whatever you want to call it, yeah? Obviously, marketing's important, but they have a lot more because we've been winning so much, yeah? And when you win stuff, so if you're not winning stuff and you're still gaining so many followers, you're thinking, yeah, this is so marketing. Sorry, can I just say, talking of that, the likes need to go up. There's nearly 200, close to 200 people in here. I swear the likes are like around the 40 mark. People, it's a growing channel, yeah? You have to help it grow, you have to hit the like button, and then it'll push it out to more people. So please, everyone, support the channel and get the likes up massively.
You've got to like and subscribe, man.
I think what you as a Tottenham fan would want, like, because it's the simple thing is someone would say, like me, I could say, it's great that he's put all these things in place. It's great that he's got Tottenham in conversations that maybe, based on what they've won, they shouldn't be in, all of that, But take the handbrake off. You're now, as a club and a business, you're earning that much money. Take the handbrake off and actually spend the money. But it's not just spend the money on the pitch, It's not just about spending money. I would say it probably is that, you know, when people say best in class, that you want an actual structure there where the manager really is working with the director of football with a clear strategy. This is how we play football. Like, you never hear about none of that. Like, you hear at City about how from the first team down to the under-11s, everyone plays the same style of football, right? You probably hear that out of Hale End, right? You hear those type of things, whereas you don't hear any of that stuff at Tottenham. It's like you, and that's what I think. If Tottenham started hearing that we're bringing in these players because they play with this philosophy, and we've got this manager because they play like this. It's just there's none of that at Tottenham. Like, it's not about the football.
I suppose even for you, D, right now, like even with the conversation regarding sporting director, I'm sure when you heard you guys were going to bring in Thomas Rosicky, you were like, what the fuck's going on here? We're just doing
I won't focus on that because we were still in a title race. So a lot of the Arsenal fans, what they like to do, they like to focus on things that have got nothing to do with what's actually we need to focus on right now. That happens all the time. Like, we're focusing on things that don't concern us right now. Like the sporting director, yes, it concerns, but they don't know whether Rosicky will be a good appointment or not. How would they know?
No, 100%. But just like what Dap said, it's all about bringing in the best in class to try guarantee. And the only way you can guarantee is trying to bring in someone that's proven, obviously, before. Yeah, I've obviously had some reservations regarding the guy that you're bringing, but ultimately he's worked at Atletico Madrid for a long time, and they've achieved some good things, and he's made some decent signings. So would you not say that you're more happy that you're making a proven signing and bringing in someone like that than bringing in Thomas Rosicky, who's working at Spartak Moscow or Spartak Prague or whatever it is?
Yeah. I would say that. Obviously, after we've been linked to the next person, do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it's easy to say that in hindsight, but at the time, the Arsenal fan base are going mad because they're bringing in Rosicky when you don't know whether or not he's a good appointment or not. If it was about football players, I can understand. You know what I'm saying? I can understand because we kind of have an idea, but we don't know about sporting directors who would be good, who wouldn't be good. We have no idea. When we started,
you can evaluate signings and stuff like that. Obviously, no, you are right, D. We don't know enough because behind the scenes with sporting directors, there's so much. Like, their job is bigger than signings. Their job is literally running the whole sporting side of the club. But ultimately, you want someone that's proven. Just like in any job, you'd rather sign someone with experience than a rookie who's just willing to work. Like,
you definitely would. Yeah, you definitely would. But it just depends on what point you're talking about these things. I feel like these conversations need to happen before the season or at the end of the season. There's no point. There's no point Arsenal fans getting irritated with a potential Rosicky signing. Rosicky didn't even come. So they're getting themselves all worked up about something that didn't even happen.
Can't stand all that stuff about.
It didn't even happen, bro. Like, see, like this whole thing that happened, they rolled up the whole thing. They got themselves worked up because Arsenal fan base, they're a little bit erratic, aren't they? So they got all worked up. Oh, let's protest all this stuff. It didn't even come. It didn't even come, bro.